Hi folks, I know it's been a while. I'm here to give you a first look of a brand new pack made by Air. It's called their Fit Pack 3. So let's take a look at this cool new bag. So the first thing you should know is that I actually do really like Air packs quite a bit. They are incredibly well made. They're made in the US. They're made with great materials and they're well thought out. And this Fit Pack 3 is sort of designed in a way, they market it as a combination work bag but also a workout bag. So you would bring this to the gym and then from the gym to work or from work to the gym. And that's because it's kind of like a fusion between a duffel bag as well as being a fully functional everyday carry crossover bag. And of course, for me, I want to see how well this works as a crossover bag. It's particularly helpful for me because I am a coach. I teach, but I also coach as well. And so having something that can move from my teaching mode, my work mode, into my soccer coaching mode would be really handy. So it's like a 3 times crossover that exists here with this bag, potentially. So let's take a look and see what's going on. As you can see, right from the very start, it looks a little different because it has a zipper going right down the front of the bag here. And this is a weather guard zipper. It's a YKK number 10, super beefy. I mean, you could probably hang elephants off of it and it's not going to destroy this. And what this does is it gives you access to this large compartment. And now you may say, wait, what the heck is that funny looking bag that you have in the middle there? Well, it turns out that this is where you would put either your shoes after you use them, your gym shoes, or even maybe your dirty clothing, your sweaty, dirty clothing that you don't want to have mixed with whatever else might be in here that might be clean. You'll also notice on the back panel of this front section here, there's a gusseted pocket that has its own volume, so it's elasticized at the top. And you could fit any number of things. It's pretty shallow. Just keep in mind it only goes to right there in the bag, right? So it occupies sort of the middle third of the bag there. But you can certainly put stuff in there independent of all the other clothing that you might throw into there, as well as independent of your shoes. So in terms of just being able to hold your gym gear, it's got a really significant volume. I mean, this thing, as you can see, the depth for just this part of the bag is a good 4.5, 5 inches worth of depth there. So you can really stuff a whole lot in there. Okay, so that's the sort of the duffel bag part of this bag. And then you can see here along the top, you have a quick access pocket. And it does have a YKK zipper. That's one of those self-locking zippers. It's not a weather guard zipper, so just be aware of that. But inside here, as you can see, it's fleece lined and it's really deep. I mean, this could, if I take my iPhone XR here, it actually fits vertically in there. That's the sense of the depth that you have in there. I will probably keep my sunglasses in here, but if you choose, you can keep your iPhone in here without any problem. I mean, a really big iPhone would fit in here. And let me just continue around the outside of this pack here. You can see that we have a nice good-sized pocket here. Easily can fit a Hydro Flask. So if I just reach over here, you can see that I can slide my Hydro Flask in there without a problem. It's deep enough that the Hydro Flask probably isn't going to bounce out, although I always prefer having a pocket that's so deep that it goes over the shoulder of the Hydro Flask. Then we know it's not going to pop out. Otherwise, maybe having... I should stop. I'm not reviewing this pack. I'm just showing you this pack right now. And then you have this thing. You'll see that there's an elastic right here, and it is gusseted so that it will accommodate a much larger bottle if you need to. And then on the other side, you can see I have the exact same thing. Another one of these pockets to hold water. So if you're somebody who really needs to hydrate, you can do so. Otherwise, you can use this. I mean, maybe you want to put something that you aren't afraid might bounce out. So I wouldn't put your iPhone in here, but you can certainly put an umbrella in here, etc., anything like that. You can see here that the logo is pretty low-key. It says Air, but nowhere else on the bag would you see that it says Air. So it's nice and understated, professional looking. Obviously, it's all in black, and this is the only color that it comes in. It doesn't come in any other color but this black. And then on the very bottom here, this is the access point if you want to use this sort of dirty laundry / place where you want to keep your shoes here. Now, you'll notice here that there is a rubberized area here that has 3 holes, and that's sort of an air venting or lets water through, however you want to think about it. It's not a waterproof zipper. You can see that it opens right up into this compartment. And this compartment does share space with the compartment, the duffel compartment that I was talking about earlier. Easily can fit in a pair of shoes. I wear a size 9 shoe. It'll fit no problem in there. But again, I can put my shoes, I can put all my dirty clothing and everything in here as well after my workout. So that's kind of a handy thing to have to keep it separated from the clean stuff. And if you don't want to use it, this area right here, it's flexible enough that you just sort of squish it down to the very bottom of the bag, and then you just have this open duffel bag area here. So not a problem if you decide you don't want to use it, but it's there if you do want to use it. So having that optionality, I think, is a good thing. Okay, let's flip over and take a look at the suspension system or the harness system here. Couple things, you'll note that it's perforated mesh here to allow for more breathability. It's got a good amount, it's pretty soft actually in terms of the cushioning. It's softer than I would expect, and it's not really a memory foam, it's sort of a lighter kind of foam. But I will tell you that I have used all their other packs, frankly, and they have the same exact foam. Incredibly comfortable, so it's been a non-issue for me. Typically I do like it a little bit more firm, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should change my mind on that, because it has always felt incredibly comfortable to wear air packs. This does have the sternum strap, which is adjustable not only in width but also up and down your torso, and then the shoulder straps themselves are shaped as well as being adjustable. Okay, there is no hip belt of any sort here, and you wouldn't expect it. A pack this size doesn't really need a hip belt. It does have here, for travelers, a nice little loop that allows you to slide this over the handles of your rolling luggage. So that's a super handy thing to have. Frankly, this becomes maybe a 4-way crossover, because it could be used as a travel bag as well. And then at the very top here, you can see they've got a really nice handle. This is a stout handle. It's made out of the seatbelt material, so it's super soft. It's padded and it's wrapped, and it stays up on its own. You can see here, so you don't have to dig your fingers under there. It's always available for you to be able to grab it and go. Okay, so a nice usable handle here. That same handle would need to be the thing that you use to hang on a coat hook if you get to work and you want to hang your bag somewhere. But I want you to note here that this bag does stand on its own, so you don't have to hang it in order for it to be easily accessible. Let's take a look at the main compartment. You're going to be amazed at what this has to offer here. So if I go to these number 10 YKK zippers and unzip it down, you'll see that it goes right to the top of the water bottle pocket on both sides here. So this is going to open symmetrically. And it's pretty, it's a good wide open zone here. And there's a lot going on in this area here. You can see that we have this very back panel here. It's actually foam padded, and there seems to be some sort of, I guess it's hard to know if it's a frame sheet or if it's just the overall stiffness of the build. But there's foam so that it separates the laptop from you feeling it in the back there if you slide it in there. So easily, laptop can fit in there. And then this itself, this little divider here, is also padded. So whatever the contents you have in here will also be protected from the hard bits of your laptop. And then in front of that, there's a nice big pocket where you can put file folders. And then it goes all the way down to the very bottom here. And I would say the overall volume of this section is probably about 3 inches, which is going to get taken up pretty quickly with things like your laptop. If you have a tablet as well, that's going to get consumed pretty quickly. But you can see on the opposite wall from where you would have your tablet and your laptop, you also have organizing panels here. And what we have here are 2 slots for pens or your Apple Pencil, and then 2 large slots which could easily accommodate your wallet or a large iPhone or whatever cell phone that you use. And then above that, we have a zippered mesh compartment here. The mesh is pretty dark, so you can't very easily see. As you can see, it's hard to see my hand through this. But it's certainly mesh enough that you can overall get a sense of what is in there and know whether or not what you're looking for is actually in that pocket. And then just above that pocket is an open pocket where you can slide things. And again, this is padded on the side that's closer to the duffel bag portion of this bag. So you can put things in there and feel like it's going to be pretty well protected. All right, what I'm going to show you now, before I end this video, is I'm going to pack it with all the stuff that I typically keep in my everyday carry. And we'll see how well, after I've packed it, how well it fits all that stuff, because I have quite a bit of stuff that I carry with me, but also how well it carries on my back. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go hyperspeed through here and pack up this bag with all my stuff. So there you have it. You can see that it stands up on its own. One thing I did forget to mention here is that there is a D-ring here, a plastic D-ring, which is perfect for me to attach my keys and my ID that lets me into the buildings on my campus. So it's all filled up. I did end up, I had a hard time figuring out where to put my AirPods, so I just stuck those into the top open section. I'm not sure if that's the best place, because if the bag gets tipped upside down, maybe my AirPods go flying. So, but there's no real obvious place to put them, and it's pretty tight. I mean, again, this is, you know, it's what did I say? A little under 19 liters, and that's probably, you know, I would say that's fairly accurate. And ideally, I love to have a pack. My packs would be 25 to 28 liters, so this is maybe a wee bit smaller. Although I'm not taking full advantage of the space that we have up here. I mean, there's so much more that I could put in here. It's just that I don't have anything that would really fit in there. Maybe I will throw my AirPods into this little pocket up front, because I'm not utilizing that one at all. But there you go. It holds all the stuff, certainly. And then, see, I'm putting it on, obviously. And feels about right. It's a little bit too tight there. All right, so this is what it looks like on me. Side view. Other side view. Okay, so there you go. Again, it's the Air Fit Pack number 3, version 3. And I will be doing a full review of this after I use it for a couple of months.